When I start shooting, my arrow scratches my thumb on the bow hand. If you get some ready finished arrows, and you see when you look closely, you see this white line here, the quilt. This is what you don't want to have on your arrow because it causes quite a bump here and the pointy part here. The Chinese put here some heat shrink tube on it, but this gets brittle and it can scratch your hand. You see, I put then in front only a little electrical tape. The only one who is doing it when you ask him for is Bamboo Archery Malaysia. He sends down the quilt. And then the transition here is very smooth. The second thing is, look at the arrow profile. These arrows are not, let's say, historically correct. They used more like a very low profile, maybe a little longer. These ones are way higher. And of course, then the chance that one of these feathers is sliding over your hand and starts getting you burn marks is higher than with this one. Like this versus... You heard that? A second thing, if you have the right arrows, you almost don't have to do it anymore, but at least check when you don't have a knocking point, depends where you hold your bow, that the arrow is on the back, not too low. I overdo it now a bit, but when you shoot like this, even a nice arrow would be still able to catch on your hand. You see, right angle, and then you just go up here a little, half a finger width or a finger width, not so, don't go too high, okay? Sometimes I see people shooting like this to avoid injury, but this causes injury to your bow. Then when you have this, get your thumb out of the way. So don't keep your thumb up here, always get your thumb and your thumb knuckle out of the way. Don't let this knuckle look up like this, because then of course the arrow will slide over this knuckle. Get this knuckle out of the way, and then you have no problem here. And if you want there, of course, leather protectors like this one from my friend Mark Roberts in America. Look at this. No matter what arrow you shoot, or even if the knocking point is not correctly, you scratch the leather and not your thumb. I think it's a good idea because it gives you a little ease of mind. You scratch your thumb once and then it hurts, and then you're always thinking about not hurting yourself anymore, but you don't think about your shooting anymore. So some people, when they have the knuckle up and do katra, then of course this thing comes in the way of the arrow. So get this knuckle out of the way. I hope that answers the question. Thank you very much.